You're listening to this episode on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. It would greatly benefit the show. Hello and welcome to Movie Beaters with the Farx Brothers. I'm Kirk. I look at the wrong camera.
I'm Kyle. Wait, so is it, it feels like it's way
it's right on you, yeah.
All right, cool. I like it. We're going to do Disclosure Day non-spoilers.
Sure, yeah, Disclosure Day. I like the movie.
I did not. I thought it was fun, but ultimately facile.
Facile? Just
simple. Like, it's... Spielberg is an elite, so he doesn't get to act like a new kid on the block and have this wide-eyed optimism, especially when he has made movies like Lincoln, The Fabelmans, and Bridge of Spies, where he clearly understands nuance, and I don't know, just there was... Disclosure Day is so simple in a way that I don't...
Oh, you're saying it's too simple for his kind of
it's literally just
story?
It's literally just the day of disclosure, you know.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not interested in that.
I would argue,
in how
isn't
they
like
lie to us.
E.T. pretty simple too? It's just an alien that crashes on Earth and then they get to hijinks of a kid and then he goes home.
E.T. isn't as seminal for me as like Jurassic Park. And there was... I can't think of an image in this movie that will like stay with me in the same way as...
Well, I can't say it because it's non-spoilers.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, we'll save it for that. I love that. But there are images, like in the trailer, that actively make me angry after seeing the movie. Like, the crop circles don't mean anything.
Yeah, it doesn't come up that much in the movie.
It looks cool in the trailer. So maybe they cut something out. Like, usually I'm the one standing for a movie. Am I not?
Yeah, I mean, you're a lot more positive than Nick and I are on movies.
I am.
But why do you dislike this movie so much? We're not a review show, but I would like to know why.
You were sitting right next to me.
Yes.
Couldn't you tell when I was giggling?
I know, well, I was just re-asking it so the audience
sure.
Yeah.
No, did I lean over and make like comments the whole time like I did during the movie we saw yesterday?
No, I think there was less comments during Disclosure Day.
I think I know this about myself, that if I am making lots of jokes, then...
You like the movie?
If I was laughing at the movie, not with the movie, and sometimes it was goofy and funny. I've heard... Okay, there is an image that I won't spoil, it's in the third act, where I thought it was funny, but I've heard reactions that are like, well, that was stupid, and like that's not what you do in that situation. It's a good example of like Spielberg has a bad instinct inside of him. He will re-edit E.T. to take the guns out and put the walkie-talkies in.
Was that
dumb.
his call though? I don't remember if it is or not.
Either way, don't do that.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Actually, I think you're right. It wasn't his call because I heard him on a recent interview, and he has the studio could make a sequel to E.T. without his permission, but they haven't out of respect and for the property itself.
Are you saying he fumbled this movie like the other directors who have come up, like Zemeckis and Coppola? Like, they've made movies recently.
Coppola didn't fumble it.
I think he made
the movie he wanted to make, and it was a big swing, and it said something. And this didn't say... What new thing did Spielberg say in this movie that he hasn't said before?
That he hasn't said?
Yeah.
This
movie
well,
just
I can't
in conversation
say.
with Close Encounters.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing in this movie that you don't get out of Close Encounters or War of the Worlds. Really... This isn't even that movie, even though he came out saying it was, and the marketing says, if this were, like, he's compared this to 3 Days of the Condor. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
All right. It's a chase thriller. It's a political chase thriller. The politics come in, like, who and what. And I really hate the politics of this movie of, like, no, it's fine. The government just, what's the company called? Warx?
Wardex? Yeah,
Wardex? That's, like, specifically... the type of third-party organization that is non-governmental, and you know what that means? You know what our government does often? They hire contractors to go do stuff that it's illegal for the government to do, but if the contractor does it...
It's fine.
Yeah. So, like...
Well, he can't name an actual the organization. You know, he had to make up one.
We
That's
can't.
just basic storytelling.
We can't
right?
call the company Northrop Grumman.
Yeah, we can't call it the FBI or the CIA.
No.
Or the NSA.
Those are organizations that you know about. The real, like, you don't even know about the Men in Black. You know what I mean? And
Yeah. So why is it such a big deal that's an independent organization within the United States?
because that's one of the biggest problems is that, like, we're.
But that's the reality, though. Why are you
I
upset
agree.
that
We are a
yeah.
fascistic state of a country in some because of how, like, intertied the, like, if you really want to make money, just be a government contractor and it's great. And you know, I'm Kyle Farx.
Yeah.
You know, no comment as anyone else, just Kyle Farx.
Wink.
You know, just this movie, like, it made me so much angrier. Like, when Spielberg is, I don't know, like, he's kind of childlike in his, like, hope and, like, ooh, dinosaurs, and I like trains.
I thought this was pretty hopeful of humanity. Don't you think? You don't think that
You
was
watched Succession, right?
I've seen seasons 1 through 3.
Okay, season 4. They're and sorry, spoilers for Succession. You weren't gonna watch it if you haven't thought by now.
Yeah.
They're in season 4, episode 8. They are at the news network that Logan Royce owns, and they are sort of picking the next presidential candidate on the night of election results coming out, and they're working with the candidate. So, how would what would actually happen in this situation is you would be lied to, they would not tell you, and if UAPs we have any sign of life from off this planet, they're going to do everything they can to lie to you about it, if not kill you.
So you're saying it wasn't realistic because it's kind of spoilers, though. I mean, the guy kind of lets it happen. Is that what you're saying?
You're talking about the ending.
Yeah.
A white man just choosing not to do something.
Yeah, so I correlate it back to Succession then. Like, if they're going to lie to you, or you're saying that Wardex would have lied to them continuously and this wouldn't have happened? It wouldn't be a movie.
I also, like, there's the notion of an assassin. Like, he doesn't assassinate anyone. Like, someone should have gotten...
or Disclosure Day?
In Disclosure Day.
There's no notion of an assassin.
Yeah, that one guy that's running around shooting at them.
Since
this is a chase movie with an espionage element.
Technically, he's not an assassin. He's just a guy that works there who's very extreme about keeping secrets.
Excuse me. If you are paid, and as part of your work that you are paid for, you kill someone, you're an assassin, my friend.
We don't see him do that to anybody else, though.
Well, we see him try, and that's what I'm annoyed by, is that we don't see anyone get, in the head. Like, Spielberg, obviously, R-rated Spielberg exists, you know?
What movie it's R-rated?
Schindler's List, Saving Private Ryan, was Fableman's R? I can't remember. I don't think it was. I was like, I own it, and I was like, ooh, which shelf will I put this on? I seem to recall it's R maybe for, like, language or discussion of something sexual, and, like, also... Spielberg.
So the aliens, being attacked or whatever, did do anything for you?
The aliens being attacked? What do you mean?
Yeah, the aliens in the movie being like tortured, experimented on.
Well, that's the problem, is that they edged me towards, the intellectual idea of, if you guys have an alien, you're like awful people, probably. Like, the person who, you're not some altruist scientist, and this is me riffing on exactly what Tim Dillon already did way better, and I said it to you, is like, dude, if you're working, like, on some sort of nuclear project or something with exotic materials, and you're going down 15 floors, and you're standing next to an alien, as Tim Dillon said, man, Israel's kind of going far, isn't it? That's Tim Dillon's joke, not mine. And you kind of know what's up when you're next to the alien and you had to get into all of this hazmat stuff. If we're going to have this starry-eyed, like, we can do it, Project Hail Mary is far and away a more hopeful, like, humanity can come together movie that gave me something than Disclosure Day. Like, it just sucks for Spielberg. You didn't get more out of Project Hail Mary.
I don't. There's a lot more humanity, sure, but again, the premise of Project Hail Mary is one guy and one alien coming together, not necessarily the entirety of the world coming together.
I don't see it that way. I truly see it
Yeah?
as they're representatives of their respective species and planets, and they're unlike group coming together. That's great.
Well, I don't know. I wanted to pose this question before, but we couldn't get to it during our episode of Project Hail Mary. They only save their own respective galaxies, right? Not or solar systems.
Oh,
not,
anywhere else
yeah.
where the astrophage could be eating other suns that would kill. Maybe that would be the project. Like Project Hail Mary did well enough that Andy Weir has to think of, well, what happens next?
Well, he did mention he wanted to do a sequel to the book.
Oh.
So he might make something. It could be a few years, though.
I bought the book yesterday, along with the Supergirl book, because I had gone to go buy the Supergirl book so I could read it to the girls, and then,
World of Tomorrow? What's the title?
Woman
of Tomorrow?
Oh. Tom King, yeah. And I bought Project Hail Mary so I could get my Farx father-in-law to read it, because he'll be more interested to read the book, and then he'll want to see the movie.
So you're saying Disclosure Day there wasn't enough realism? Is that it?
I think Spielberg is out of touch, and I don't mean to he is an elite. I'm not saying that he earned that status. He did it the coolest way possible by being one of the best filmmakers of all time, making some of the best movies ever, no doubt. But I still don't have to like this one,
No, you don't have to like it. And
it offends me on some level because it's too Spielberg's watched Succession. He knows how the world really is, and he's neutering it in this movie to some degree.
But it's also, this is my cynicism coming out a little bit. It's also a fictitious story in a movie, so maybe suspend your disbelief that humanity is a lot more hopeful in this movie than the actual world is. Can we not suspend that?
It's not a spoiler. It would be a spoiler to say why, but it's not a spoiler to say, "Hey kids, it wasn't Epstein. It's aliens." No,
I don't. I don't see the connection there. What's the connection there, though?
Because they didn't get diddled by aliens. They got diddled by Epstein, and it's your government lies to you. You pay your government at force. You have to give your government money. So they will lie to you. And they'll kill some of you so that information doesn't get out because they say that'll make you safer. I don't know.
Well, we can't exactly say what the aliens do until we go into spoilers. Because I think that's my counter.
I would rather see Spielberg make a movie about when JFK was presented with the plans to shoot down a commercial airliner so that we could go to war with Cuba. And he's like, nah, we're not going to do that. What kind of bullshit is this? That's what I want to see. And that was my best JFK impression. He's from Boston.
Yeah, but I know Saving Private Ryan is a historical movie, but is it based on actual people? Does he do movies based on actual people?
Yeah, I can't remember the origin of Saving Private Ryan. I did just read. Part of the problem was I was so excited for Disclosure Day months leading up to it. I bought Schindler's List on 4K. Wow. I rewatched Saving Private Ryan. I see the error I made by watching his R-rated Spielberg going hard movies.
Yeah.
But if I want his wide-eyed optimism, I want it with Tom Hanks as a 60-year-old playing a 40-year-old who's a lawyer that everyone in the country hates, but we all understand he's doing the right thing. Even that, spy deserves representation in our, beautifully constitutional, republic.
Was the movie not political enough for you either?
The movie was so neutral, coming from an elite, that it's no, it's fine. It's not fine, Spielberg, and it's not.
So in some ways, this is kind of like a soft gloves movie. It doesn't really hit anything that you felt like it should have hit, like the Epstein.
Can I say something terrible?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
I also don't like that Saving Private Ryan was used to motivate people our age and a little bit older to go to war after 9/11. That movie came out in 1998, and then in and it gets conflated with like Black Hawk Down, which is obviously offensive to East Africans. You know, obviously that movie is it well constructed? Did talented people work on that movie? But like, I remember at the time, you probably do too, after 9/11, how it was like, yeah, and watch all these war movies, and you can go here, and then let's be in the Middle East for 20 more years and just waste $1 trillion, you know?
Yeah, but I don't see how Saving Private Ryan motivated or was used to tell people to go to war.
I was in high school, and I remember people doing their like book reports, and like it was a big inspiration to people around my age. And you know, I know some guys that volunteered after high school, and I know a guy that got injured. I guess Kyle Farx knows a guy that got injured, and then he went and got his doctorate, and that surprised me. And I at least can say that positive about the military, because like I just don't want people to go off and die in stupid wars.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah, but
it happens a lot though.
I know,
almost all the time.
And like first I was all angry at Spielberg because he's going, no, it's okay. The aliens will bring us together. No, they won't. No, they won't. Let's get into spoilers so we can really go hard.
Thank you for listening. For more JK Productions, find us on Instagram at JK Productions Team and on Facebook, JK Productions MN.